Sup everyone, this is Welcome Up here. Today I'm going to be talking about how good sex shouldn't classify on how amazing a man is. Now, in the workplace, in the mall, your local shopping center, even in your family, you got your players and your haters. And the people who just thinks it's normal to just have sex at an early age, lose their virginity to fit in and be all cool, and think that they're going to still be accepted by the popular kids, but it's only going to give you a pat on the back, and then you're going to feel like crap. Like, wow, did I just really wasted my virginity for validation from the world? Like, I'm trying to impress the world instead of impressing God in his eyes, the way he wants you to live. And for me, being the man, I'm going to always stand for my ground, what I believe in. I don't believe in cursing. I don't believe in using the Lord's name in vain. All of this bunch of stuff. I have morals, as you could say. And a lot of people in this world, their definition of having morals is unmoral things like sex before marriage, tongue kissing random people. They just met in the strip club or in the club, cheating as long as the person don't find out, all this bull crap. And to be honest, this stuff is real, for real. Cause man, just the other day, one of my coworkers, he and I was having a random discussion, a random conversation, right? And I noticed there's so many women at my job that's always talking to him, flirting with him, smiling at him, etc. He has all these women around him. And then out of nowhere, he was like, yeah, my wife is a really good woman. I'm looking at him like, you have a wife? And he was like, yeah, I'm married. I was like, you're married and you're talking to all these women. That's the only thing I said in my head. And he asked me, he said that he cheated on his wife multiple times, like with a lot of women. He was like, yeah, I already cheated on my wife. And he was like, as long as she don't find out, I'm okay, because she'll do the same exact thing back. I was like, wow. I asked him, so you cheat on your wife? I asked him because I could not believe it. And he was like, yep, I cheated on my wife. And the way he looked, it's like, it wasn't his height or anything. It was his charismatic. And there's not many Islander Haitian men out here in South Carolina. So I guess it's because he has that French accent. Maybe that's what draws the attention to a lot of women, especially him flirting with them and making them feel good, making them laugh. That's probably why a lot of the women at my job is always around him. And even women that I would not even see to think of would be attracted to a man like that, knowing that he has a wife. He probably hides his wife. I don't know. It seems like, to me, he doesn't even say that he's married, and he doesn't even wear a wedding ring. But in the real world, I don't believe in wearing wedding rings. If you're married, you just gotta act like you're married. You gotta act like you're taken. Act like you're married. Walk it like you talk it. And for me, I'm the opposite. I keep to myself, I mind my business, and I don't get these type of issues. Good sex shouldn't classify on how amazing a man is. And the reason why I brought up my coworker as an example is that all these women is all over him because he's charismatic, he's flirtatious, he has lust in his heart. And I could see it from a mile away, and all the women around him does too. Even women that are married. One of my team leads is married, and she's talking to the exact same guy that I just mentioned. I'm like, wow, he's giving her a massage, practically doing dry sex in the workplace around everybody. And everyone is like, oh, this is normal. This is not normal. This is not okay. Cheating in your marriage? I wonder how many people is actually married. Most people today statistically are married are married. And they go by paper and then on the system of whoever is registered as being married, right? But how many people that are married are faithful? It goes down. The chart goes. It's like it's slim to none. You don't know. There's no statistic chart on how many people are faithful in their marriage and never cheated on their spouse at all. You don't see statistics like that because so many people are deceitful and liars and sneaky. It's like you don't even know who to trust. And I'm not trying to throw shots at my own marriage because I'm a married guy. I trust my wife. We've learned to trust each other. And even from the get-up, when the moment I knew what she wanted and what she told me what she wanted a family, a husband, to have children. She wanted a future. She doesn't want to play around. She doesn't want to play games. She wants to settle down. That's what she really wants. And I respected her for that, because most women today, they say one thing, they do something different. And like I said, good sex don't mean nothing. The guy at my job that I spoke about, that all these women are on, I'm like, is it his charismatic character? No, it has to be his accent. He's a rare breed out here. He's a little taller than the average guy. He looks like he's 5'10", 5'11", close to 6 foot. He knows how to have fun, make the women feel good. And everything is all good. I was thinking to myself, he must be having sex with them really good for them to keep coming back and forth to him. Or he's sleeping with them. Other than that, his morals are horrible. He admitted to cheating on his wife like it's nothing. That is crazy. And you know what else is crazy? His wife don't even know. And he's going back to his wife, kissing her, hugging her, going to sleep, and whatever any married man would normally do. The moral of the story is this. You can't expect a man to be faithful just because the sex is good. A lot of women, in the end of the day, craves companionship. Why do you think so many whores can't help but keep sleeping around multiple people? But they crave that attention. They want companionship. They're just going about it the wrong way. If there was no attention that they were getting, it was only from one particular guy, they would cherish that guy for the rest of their lives. But because of social media, because of all the endless options that women has, because of so many desperate, horny men throwing themselves at them like dogs, you're inflating their egos to make them think that they're the crap. Then when they find that guy that gives it to them real good, they automatically judges the man as amazing. My wife been around women to know how women are, and she even told me this too. There's no such thing as marriage, or a true marriage in 2022. It is just full of crap. Marriages today is more like house parties. So how are you going to define a man based off how good he is in bed? It does not ever classify how amazing a man is. It's like you're just completely blinded and dumbfounded that he is so good in bed. You rarely find men like that could satisfy many women and turn them on and make them feel alive, or have that spark, right? Or that chemistry, that energy, right? Sexually only, right? But then when the rose-colored glasses comes off, he's full of crap. He's a deadbeat, a drug dealer. He's a Chad, Tyrone, Pookie, Ray Ray. He's a thug, street dude. He's not about the faithful life. He's coming in and out of the house. He's cheating on you with multiple women. And there's a lot of women that are okay with this, but majority of the ones that want true companionship from the men that are like this, especially if they're sexually attracted to, they do not like the fact that he's cheating and sleeping with multiple women behind their backs. You can't think that you could settle with the 20-10 percenters and a whole bunch of women wants that same type of guy. It never works out for the women, because you know why? The men are the ones that are getting pleasure out of it. Now you're inflating his ego. Now the roles are being reversed, because a lot of these women, I'm sorry to say that, they're whores in my eyes. You put yourselves in this situation. Why are you giving up sex to a man that you barely know because he sexually impressed you and he looks good, and you give it up to him quick? And in all reality, all the MGTOW videos I used to listen into the past, in the past, right? I agree with all the men. A lot of women today, on average, right, especially the modern woman, the ones who has no morals at all and think sex is just sex, A lot of them has that whorish mindset to think that sex is just sex, but if the man is good looking and really good in bed and satisfies me, then he's a winner automatically. It's not about his morals. Does he have a husband mentality? Does he see a future with me? Does he want children one day? Does he want to settle down? Does he want to build a family? Does he want to build a tribe? Does he want to build a marriage? Does he want to build a relationship? It's none of that stuff. It's none of that. It's automatically on how good he is in bed, girl. Oh, he's satisfying me. And there's women that are actually impressed by this, that they even go behind their best friends' backs and sleep with the same man that they're supposedly with or dating, and the man cheats on them. And there's women that think they're in a relationship with this type of guy, but he's telling them lies too, telling them he's basically telling the women like, yeah, I'm with you, but I'm not with you at the exact same time. I'm telling you what you want to hear. But in all reality, I'm sleeping with all these women. I'm having my fun. See? It's funny how when the truth comes out for a lot of women sleeping with the same type of man, they don't want to believe it. They don't want to hear it. But then at the exact same time, they have to be in reality that there's competition everywhere of women who wants the exact same type of man as well. So you're not going to win either way. A lot of them don't even want the average guy, the guy that they're completely compatible with. There's amazing men out there that are just single, wanting wives, want to be a husband, a father, build a family. But guess what? They throw them away and act like they don't exist because Chad and Tyrone gave them the best sex of their lives that they can't stand but to give them up. And then, you wonder why some people turn into serial killers. They go crazy. You wonder why. This is the reality, and it's scary. Like I said, good sex should never classify on how amazing a man is. His morals should automatically tell you otherwise the moment you allowed yourself to get pumped and dumped by a man like this. And it's also the women's fault that enable this, because you have to have more better standards than that. It's not always about looks. It's about morals and the character of a person in the end of the day. Looks is just the bonus to go with the cake. This is Woken Up here. Peace out. Let me know what you think.